those two films really had a lasting impact on me. It was actually a death in the guns that because of which I was introduced to therapy.
Oh.
And I started taking therapy then. And after Love Hostel, I continued to take therapy.
Still keep your character intact and to showcase your character of the film through the song still and still be in that character and not get lost into the song is very, very difficult to do.
I cannot take those opportunities for granted and say कि अच्छा अब तो मुझे 10 फिल्में मिल रही हैं मैं साल की 10 फिल्में करूँगा and go out there and cheat well-wishers like you.
It was keeping me grounded, it was keeping me disciplined, it was keeping me going, keeping that fire constantly burning, and I think that's something that him and my mom have always told me, just keep that throughout in your journey, in whatever you do.
आंखों की गुस्ताखिया माफ हो मेरे गाने के लिए मुझे माफी दीजिए क्योंकि मैं इतना बुरा गाता हूँ लेकिन this interview is going to be so fun. I'm so excited to talk to these two lovely actors over here. One is my all-time favorite, Vikrant Massey. Love talking to him.
Thank you, brother Russell. Thank you.
And I cannot wait for the first time to interact with you, Shanaya Kapoor.
Same here. Thank you.
It seems like a dream debut. Teaser बड़ा अच्छा लगा.
Thank you.
ऐसा लग रहा समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि कौन किसको लीड कर रहा है लेकिन इतना तो पता है कि आप दोनों मिलकर ऑडियंस को थिएटर में लीड कर रहे हैं.
अरे वाह क्या बात है क्या बात है आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर.
Tell me firstly, okay, this is your second film with producers, I think so.
Yes.
After Forensic.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me your experience. You know, once again working with the same producers. They're also young. They're also fresh, vibrant. What was your experience?
It was lovely. I mean, and you've answered it for yourself. They are like really young. They are vibrant. They are different, but they also retain that old world Bollywood charm within them. Especially Mansi. And when they told me that it was actually during Forensic that they told me they've acquired the rights for Ruskin Bond's story, The Eyes Have It, and they want to adapt it into a screenplay. I was really excited, and I've been on board since then. And they're wonderful people to work with. You know, Mansi is a true blue, filmy girl at heart, and good to see her, you know, sort of taking up those challenges and sort of going out of the way to do certain things because आज के दौर में एक लव स्टोरी बनाना एक क्लासिकल बॉलीवुड रोमांटिक लव स्टोरी बनाना it takes a lot of courage. Glad she's taken that punt with me and Shanaya, and you know I hope it pays off.
As a first time actor on screen, I think so you would really like also your producers to come in that same kind of bracket. You'd expected them, considering you've been from a film family, you've been surrounded by, you know, all the kinds of people, you've seen them come and go, and then you work with these people. It's something different to what you were expecting?
I think I don't know about different, but it's been a great experience working with them. I'm firstly also very thankful that they saw something and believed in me and given me my first chance into the movies. My first step into the movies is with Mansi and Barun and with Z. So it is a very, very exciting feeling that I have their support. It just motivates you as an actor. And they've always been very positive, always been very supportive. And your first film is very, very special. So, you know, the first time you work with that team also, your first producers, your first director, your first co-actor, your first script, these are very, very special moments in your life. And I'm happy the way that it's turned out. And I'm happy it's been with Mansi, Varun, Mini Films and Z. Which was your first shot in? The first shot in the film? I think the train which I think we saw a bit of it in the ending of the teaser,
yes.
Where we're sitting across one another, and actually the train sequence is I found it the challenging sequence because it's just two people sitting across one another and getting to know each other without the visual cues. And it's just a conversation. It's just a conversation between these two people through sense of, your other senses of touch, smell, hearing, the energy that we were transferring. So it was a lot of give and take, but I was working with Vikrant Massey.
An avant-garde actor.
Yes. So, I mean, I'm really fortunate and I'm really thank my stars that whatever has, panned out the way that it did, because I got this chance to, share the screen with him, and he was giving me so much. And that's the first thing even my dad told me, was that he's going to give you so much you're fortunate. And he said the same thing even when we saw the song, which I told
Yeah.
you. He said when he saw the song, Nazara, we were seeing the song at home in the hall, and he said, doing a song, it is a very larger than life feeling, but to still keep your character intact and to showcase your character of the film through the song still, and still be in that character and not get lost into the song, is very, very difficult to do. And he's brought so much life to it. So yeah, I'm just fortunate. I'm fortunate
Sanjay
that
sir is very kind.
yeah.
He's very generous. He's a very, very kind man.
Yeah, so it was. I think that those first 3 days was quite fun, quite memorable, and yeah, I'm just now waiting to see the audience's reaction to it.
Speaking about how much you give, I would like to call you, I mean, today in this interview, I would like to call you Vikrant Water Massey. Bruce Lee had once said, you put water in any
Yes.
shape or form, takes that form. Yes, that's how you take the form of your characters,
Thank
I
you,
feel.
thank you, Russell. It's so kind of you.
Knowing you, having known you for some years now,
Yes.
and knowing जो performances हमने screen पर देखा है, और फिर आपने जो Sector 36 किया, जिस तरह से आपने वो साइकोपैथ का रोल किया, इट इज सो साइकोपैथ यूजुअली वो लोग इमोशनली ड्रिवन होते हैं या तो उनको इमोशनल आउटपुट, इट वाज सो कोल्ड, इट वाज सो कैलस, इट वाज सो अनइमोशनल कंप्लीटली. मेरे को सारे बड़े बड़े साइकोपैथ्स याद. आई वाज रिमेंबर्ड ऑफ एंथनी हॉपकिंस इन द साइलेंस ऑफ द लैम्स. आई वाज रिमेंबर्ड ऑफ डेक्स्टर, जो डेक्स्टर शो था. A, how do you get into that role? B, how do you get out of that role?
So sweet. Yeah, I actually, I read quite a lot on serial killers. So there are many books that you get, and most of my references are not audiovisual references, but I try reading and making it my own.
Yeah.
So I read a compilation of some of the deadliest serial killers in the world, and then I realized that most of them have a lot of commonality, which is childhood trauma. And rather than going out there and sort of, for the lack of a better word, playing a serial killer, I just need to play a normal person, because they are normal people. They are normal people, but who are scarred so deeply that they end up doing certain things which, according to them, are right, and not for the world or society at large. पर वो अपने दिमाग में वो सही है. तो बहुत सारी चीजें थी to understand how their psyche works, or what are their motivations behind their actions.
सही वाली बात आप बार बार बोल रहे थे. मेरा वो शो KBC, आपको KBC देखना था, मुझे घर जाना.
SVC,
आपने कुछ गलत नहीं किया आपके हिसाब से.
हाँ, तो बहुत सारी चीजें थी, and how do I get out of it? I was very cognizant this time कि I will not go too deep into this film, because I had just gotten married at that time. And because of a death in the Ganj, because of 12th Fail, I had realized, especially Death in the Ganj and Love Hostel was another film which I had done with Red Cheese and Shanaya and Bobby sir.
Yeah.
Those two films really had a lasting impact on me. It was actually a Death in the Ganj because of which I was introduced to therapy.
Oh.
And I started taking therapy then. And after Love Hostel, I continued to take therapy for a few months, in fact. I knew that ये इतना dark है कि I can't go so deep into it. I can't bring this guy home. I can't bring Prem Singh home. So I was very cognizant of.
Like Death in the Ganj, Love Hostel affected you personally?
Yes. I mean, as I said, I was introduced to therapy after Death in the Ganj, and I wish I knew of it before, because it is so comforting. It is so that thing is so wonderful. I wish I had known about therapy, or I wish I was not so closed to external, not scrutiny, but external influence in my personal life. But anyway, having said that, तो इसके time पे I was very cognizant कि भैया ये आदमी घर नहीं आ सकता. I continued with my regular life, met my friends. Otherwise, I would not meet people. I just shoot, go to the set, come back to the hotel, go to the gym, come back and just do that. So I continued with my normal life.
Amazing. Acha, before winding up, I would like to know two things from each of you all. First coming to you, Shanaya, what the advice that you got from Sanjay sir and Mahip ma'am, okay, for when you were ready to embark on industry? Sanjay sir has seen it all.
Yes.
Blockbuster and Raja, after a lot of ups and downs in his career. Probably these are the best people to give you advice, because they have seen those lows, they saw high. What was the advice you got from them?
Recently, actually, Dad had shared this video on Instagram on our family chat, of Robert De Niro, where he was in this interview and he said these few lines in this interview where he said that, you know, when things are going good, be wary. Do not take it to your head. And when things are not going good, don't even let that bother you. People come, they go. People come, they go. And everyone's dispensable. Everyone is.
Yes.
You cannot take any of these opportunities for granted. And my dad himself has, like you said, seen the ups and downs, and he's kept that positive energy and positive mind through it all, and focused on what he had in control, which was his work and which was his craft. And that's exactly what he's told me to do. What's in your hands, work on that. If you're not getting a chance to face the camera today, it's okay. You're getting the chance to find another way to do what you love, which is going for a workshop, performing in front of other students, which is what I did. Every Saturday I used to choose a scene and I used to go in front of 30-40 kids and perform it. We used to make a circle and I used to go in the middle and you perform a scene, you get their feedback. So I was still doing what I love. Maybe I was doing it in front of an audience and not in front of the camera, but it was keeping me grounded, it was keeping me disciplined, it was keeping me going, keeping that fire constantly burning. And I think that's something that him and my mom have always told me, just keep that throughout in your journey, in whatever you do, because there's a lot of unpredictability in life itself, not just this profession. But you have to just learn to be disciplined, learn to have that discipline, learn to have
Trust
a
the
routine,
process.
learn to have a routine. Because you tomorrow, and especially in our profession, if I can say, some days you're working non-stop, and then there's some days you wake up on a Sunday and you have on a Monday, and you have nothing to do, and on a Sunday you're working the whole night. There's no routine. It's very unpredictable. And a few months you're doing back-to-back projects, and then there are going to be few months where you're not doing anything. What has to be a constant is your discipline, and what has to be a constant is your hard work. That shouldn't be in anyone else's hands or anyone else's control.
I'll end it with you, brother. Recently, you scared me. Okay? I read a post and I was like, I cannot live in a world where I don't get Vikrant Massey movies again.
So sweet of you.
And so, what happened? Was it, like you said, therapy and rules effective? Was it something like after?
No, I put it out. I mean, it was there for the world. I think if you've read it, I put it out that I wanted to spend time with my family.
But you said retirement?
No, I never said that. No, I put, in fact, the very next day, I came out saying that it's been misconstrued. I never said that it's a retirement. I wanted to take a break. I probably want to limit the amount of films I'm doing because I want to sort of better myself as an actor and also spend time with my family.
This is the, what you call it, the thick of your career.
Yes.
Your youth of your career. You can get film after film. You can do film after film.
Yeah, but then
why you want to limit yourself?
I mean, I kind of disagree with you there. Yes, I'm blessed, Russell, that, you know, I'm at the purple patch of my career, like you say. I can do like say 6 films a year.
Yeah.
But I personally felt that I was being repetitive. I was stagnating as an actor.
You were being repetitive.
I felt.
Oh my God.
I felt that I could do better as an actor. And besides spending time with my son and my family, my priority was to go back to the drawing board. Firstly, rest it out. There was tremendous burnout at that time, and I'm glad that I experienced that as well. I've always prayed for that. But the idea was to go back, recalibrate, spend time with family, and look back into my performances and better myself as an actor. I think which is the right way to go. If I am getting film offers left, right and center, I cannot take those opportunities for granted and say कि अच्छा अब तो मुझे 10 फिल्में मिल रही हैं, मैं साल की 10 फिल्में करूँगा and go out there and cheat well-wishers like you. I should be worth your time and money. So for that I need to go back to the drawing board, better myself as an actor, do those necessary corrections which ought to be made, and then come back and deliver better performances.
That's why I love talking to this man. Now I feel I need to better myself as a journalist. लेकिन मैं break नहीं ले सकता क्योंकि boss नहीं मानेंगे. But yes, so I think so. Then this was the perfect film after that.
Yeah.
Aankhon ki Gustaakhiyan.
I
don't think
of
you've
it
done a
that
love
time.
story, out and out love story.
Never done it.
Yeah, so this you can actually
this is
say,
my first.
Actually say,
I mean,
New
Haseem
Horizon.
Dilruba was a love story, but it was a thriller.
It was a
But this is an
thriller.
out and out song and dance and
Yes.
lip sync and conventional Bollywood romance.
So I cannot wait to see the film. In
Thank you
fact,
so
I think so. This is the kind of films debutants used to do a lot. Betab, Barsat, Kayamat Se Kayamat Tak. These are the kind of the debuts we don't see anymore. A young actor doing a romantic film. couldn't have asked it for it better, right?
No, like I said, I think the universe always has better plans for you,
Yes.
and you just have to trust it, have faith, and here we are today. And I'm just now looking forward to the 11th of July.
11 July, all roads lead to Massey Saab and debutant Shanaya for Aankhon Ki Gustaakhiyan. I
Thank you
cannot
so
wait
much.
to watch the
Thank
movie.
you, thank
okay?
you.
Thank you
and
so
I
much.
think from the teaser, what I've seen, you're going to make a lovely pair with this fine actor.
I hope so. I hope so.
Thank you.
I hope so.
Lovely.
Thank you, Russell. Lovely chatting, brother.
Thank you.